Today, the 19th of May 2023, myself and my husband clocked 1 year that we're in Canada. It's been so amazing. The journey so far has been from glory to glory without actually saying so much. God has been faithful. It's been from one celebration to another. In the space of 1 year, we gave birth to my son. We grew, like we're now 3 in number, and things have been moving from one thing to another. Have there been challenges? Yes, sure, they've been challenges. Today I just want to relive the experiences, because right now, especially this month of May, it's a month of celebration for myself and my family. My son is going to clock 1 year on the 24th of May. My husband's birthday is 21st of May, and we're also celebrating 1 year in Canada. So it's just been a very great year of growth. That's what I can say. And I'm coming here to share my experience with somebody who might be sitting, listening, or wondering how they can move. Imagine packing all your things and moving to Canada. Yes, especially in my home country, Nigeria, people say, you want to jackpot, you want to relocate, things are going to be smooth, you are going to enjoy Canada and all of that. But there are so many in-betweens in all of this that people should actually hear about. It's amazing. Would I have had it another way? No. I love the fact that I'm here. I'm thankful to God that He brought us here and He's been helping us thus far. But I just want to share a little bit of my experience with somebody that is coming to give a breath of hope to somebody that wants to know how a whole year, what happened, how did you survive, and so many amazing things that I will share in this video. Yeah, a lot of challenges too, but I just want to say that God has been faithful. So if you're watching, please sit back, enjoy this video, and thank God with me, thank God with my family that we're doing our Canniversary. Yeah, they call it Canniversary in Canada. Your anniversary of coming to Canada is called Canniversary. So we are celebrating our Canniversary and we're just grateful to God. Before we begin this video, I just want to say thank you to all my amazing subscribers. In the past, how many months now, I've been posting videos asking you guys to subscribe, and really you've been subscribing. Thank you so much. I hit 1K subscribers on the 1st of May, and I am grateful to you guys. And also, I've gotten my camera. My sponsor husband has bought me a camera, and it's all thanks to you guys for subscribing. Please keep sharing this video with somebody you know who need this video. And if you have not subscribed, you're watching this video for the first time, if not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. That being said, if you're here for the first time also, my name is Oyindamola Alao, and I am a YouTuber based in Calgary in Canada. So let's just continue our gist. Now we came here 19th of May. Let me give you guys a backstory. If you've not watched all my previous videos, go and watch it. On the 19th of May 2023, myself and my husband, we left Nigeria on the 18th and landed in Calgary on the 19th of May. When we got here, we actually knew nobody. The people I know are in other provinces, but we just researched this province. We felt that okay, this was the best province for us, and we came to Calgary. Mind you, we knew nobody here really. We've been trying to contact people and all of that, but then we eventually settled in with one of our friends that I met on the group. That's why I would say, if you're coming to Canada, please and please try to have support system, especially on those groups, because really those groups help and they're amazing. So without having to talk too much, we landed with our friends that we met on the group, and from there we're able to find our own apartment. Now I just want to touch point on a few things that I feel that when we came to Canada happened to us, and I'm going to back it up with my own experiences. Now the first thing you feel when you land in Canada like this, bam, it's called this euphoric effect. You'll be excited. Finally I have answered my prayer. I'm in Canada. It happened to myself and my husband. Finally we landed. We're so happy, we're so joyous that something we've been chasing for 2 years of our life finally came to be, and we're here in Canada. So when we got to the airport and we felt the fresh air, the cold, we felt like, oh yeah, we're already here. And for 2 days or more safe, we're feeling good. We went out the next day to do our SIN, to do our documentation and all. We're still feeling great about ourselves. After all of these feelings set in, the next feeling that will come to your mind is the feeling of frustration. I kid you not. Like, I'm talking based of my own experience. So frustration setting because we now started looking for apartments. And when you start looking for apartments, landlords here are not like Nigeria where I come from, that once you have your money they will let you stay. And the rent, when you change it to our currency back home, it's way high. You're paying rent of 1 month here like you're paying for 1 year back home. So that already will just let frustration set in. Or you get to the landlords, they say you need 3 to 6 months to pay 3 to 6 months rent. One, you need pay stubs. What I mean by pay stub is pay slip to show that, oh, you're working in Canada. I just came. How am I working in Canada? Even people that got jobs from back home, if you tell them that, oh, I have a job from back home, they need to see that you've been paid for 3 to 6 months so that they can let you stay in their house. So how will frustration not set in? Or is it when you want to access the public transport, where you are going to is like 10 minutes away if you use a car, but then because you don't have a car, you use bus, and the bus has to enter from one street to another. Yeah, that's how transit works in Canada. They enter from one place to another. So where you're supposed to get in 10 minutes, you eventually get there in 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Really, it's no jokes. You'll be frustrated. Is it when you need to do all your registrations and you now start jumping from one bus to another, or jumping taking Uber from your house to the place? And Uber is not cheap. Like, we started to ask ourselves, myself and my husband, are we sure we made the right decision? Because packing all your load all the way from Nigeria, some people were already made in their home country, but they just felt, oh, I needed better opportunity, I needed better life for my children and all, and moving. But you get here and then all of these things starts frustrating you. The next feeling that comes to your mind now is the feeling of adjustment. You now start to adjust that, okay, I'm taking the bus right now, we cannot afford a car. Because when myself and my husband came, we had lots and lots of things to first pay for in the first couple of weeks that we came in. Flight had even first finished our proof of fund because we had to book flight at very expensive rates. We came close to spring around this time. You can see that the weather is great. So when the weather is great, everybody wants to come to Canada for summer. Everybody wants to come to Canada during the spring. So flights were crazily expensive. So proof of fund that the government asked you to bring has finished on flights. Then your landlord asks you to pay 3 to 6 months rent. For us, we paid 3 months rent on a stretch. That had already exhausted our proof of fund. And I'm not talking rent like you're paying back home. I'm talking rent that you're paying 1 month rent like you're paying 1 year back home. It's that expensive. So we started to adjust. We started to accept that, oh, I'm in Canada now, I need to adjust myself. And adjusting yourself means that everything that goes on, you have to deal with it. If you are to take the bus, you take the bus. If you are to pay your rent, you pay your rent, you pay bills. You start to adjust them regardless of whether you're good with it or not, because gradually that adjustment actually takes time before you now lead to acceptance in the sense that you are here now, like there's no going back. Just tell yourself, oh, I'm here, I'll deal with it. You've moved, you've relocated, and you have to stay in your new country, so to say. So I think for us, we are still in the acceptance phase because things have been happening and we have just been adjusting to it gradually. One thing I can say that helped us so greatly is the gift of men. Like, when we were leaving our country and people were praying for us for the gift of men, I just understand what it means, because when we came here, we gave birth to my son, and the support was amazing. Like, so many people had to reach out to us to help us with our baby, to support us in every way they can. Even the government chipped in their support. Organizations that were funded by government chipped in their support. So it's not, I'm not going to say it's been all rosy. Yeah, it's been challenging, but one thing I can say is, if your journey is right with God, all of the journey will be smooth. It might be bumpy all the way, but you still get a smooth journey at the end of the day. This is me saying we're grateful. Like, we're so grateful, because so many things have happened that we just saw the hand of God. So I jotted these few things down so that I don't forget, that I'm just going to say to somebody, that aside from my plenty talk that I've already said, just for somebody to know that, oh, somebody is rooting for you as you are here in Canada, and all of these things would happen, but you just need to be careful. So the first thing is to ask for the gift of men. Like I said, pray to God while you are coming, that God, give me the gift of men, because really, people helped us, like people that we don't know, people that we eventually discovered that, oh, these people are in Canada, they really helped us. Or somebody just hears that we're in Calgary and calls us to say, this person is also in Calgary and is my family member, reach out to this person. And that's how we just met people. So pray for gift of men, like strong gift of men, that when even you look back, you see how God has used them to bless you. Now, another thing is that make it work for you, regardless of whatever you are going through. People will just see you outside and say, this person is enjoying. You take pictures of snow, they will see you, and then they'll be like, this person have money. Then that's when they'll start billing you. Honestly, don't be pressured. Like, don't be pressured from family, from friends. They see you and they feel like, oh, you are enjoying money, send me money, when you are here paying bills. They don't know that. But anyone you can send money to, send money to them. And if you don't have, tell them that you don't have. Really, it's not a do or die affair. I've had cases like that when people ask me, please send me money, and in all honesty, I'm not working. I've been home with my baby for 11 months, 1 year of doing nothing but mommy and mommying. And somebody sees my beautiful picture and says, you're enjoying, you'll send me money. I'm like, I don't have. I'm spending someone else's money. It's only my husband that is working, and I'm spending his money too. So I can't afford to send you money. Don't be pressured by anybody. If people are reaching out to you and they don't understand, my dear, move on. You don't have, and you cannot give what you don't have. So another thing I would like to say is that information is key. In fact, I should have said this one since in this Canada. Information is key. Like, join all the WhatsApp. See, I have several WhatsApp groups like this that I joined, because one thing that you might get here, you might not get here. I know those WhatsApp groups might be plenty, but it's just best that you have all the information that you can get, because there are some things that you won't know that this thing is available for you unless somebody tells you. And they say follow who no road. In this Canada, so many people have the information at hand, and if you don't tap into the right information, you'll just be lost. So there are so many things that I've enjoyed here that, if not because somebody told me, oh, you can access this thing, I wouldn't know. So try to reach out to people when you land here. Don't be isolated. Don't stay on your own and say, I don't like to mingle with Nigerians. People say so, yeah. I don't know. I've seen the good side of Nigerians, and I've seen the bad side of Nigerians. So I would not say don't talk to Nigerians. Please talk to Nigerians. There are some Nigerians here who are amazing. I am amazing too, and people talk to me. So talk to people that can help you. Don't just stay back and say, I don't want to interact with people. If you don't interact with people, you're the one losing, because no man is an island. Now, my next point is ask questions. If you don't know something, ask people. It's also linking up with information is key. Ask people about things you don't know. We came here newly. There were lots of things that we did not know about until somebody enlightened us to say, okay, you can do it this way, you can do it that way. When we came in, they're like, oh, this is the way mortgage works, this is the way buying a car works, this is the way this. Ask people questions. Don't just go neck deep into something that will not cause you trouble at the end of the day. So please ask the right people. That's what I would say. Ask the right people questions that will put you through and will not make you lose. Now the next thing is everybody's journey is different. Like, some people eat it big immediately they come. Take for example myself and my husband. Our flights had already cost us so much money. Rent, paying 3 months rent sef had finished our proof of fund. We did not have money to buy car, and that's the truth. We could not afford a car when we came in. We had to manage to say that after we bought our car after 6 months that we've been in Canada. Is it 6 months? We arrived in May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. We bought our car 8 months after we arrived in Canada. My husband was jumping bus to work. I was at home. If my son had appointment, he jumps bus. But there and there, we knew some of our friends that they came in this week and the next week they got a car. I knew some of my other friends too that waited a while too before they got a car. See, they don't used to catch late comer. It's what you can afford that you do. Don't be pressured by some other persons. Some people come here and in the first 6 months of arriving in Canada, they buy a house. Really, they can afford it. Their pockets could afford it. You will be happy for them. You buy yours too. Yes, they might do something a year before you, 2 years before you, 3 years before you. It's fine. In as much as you are working in your own pace, in your own time, you will also get to that stage where you buy stuff for yourself. You will do so many things for yourself that you did not think you can ever do. Please and please, when you come to Canada and you see somebody doing this, don't be pressured. Some people are living on loan. You don't know. You that are managing your own small money, you want to be pressured by somebody that is doing gra. And like I said earlier, some people can actually afford it. So please be happy for them. Yours too will come, and they will definitely be happy for you too. So don't pressure yourself, I beg. Now the next thing is that here taxes work. Like, we see so many things. I see so many things that really work here. I have been privileged to receive so many things from the government, especially for my son, that I didn't know that I could get. So taxes work here. If you need support, if you need help, reach out to organizations that can help you. Don't just sit back and fold your hands and say, oh, I need help, I need support. Ask people for help. Ask people for support. Your taxes go a long way into all of these organizations, and these organizations can help you out. I am a living witness of help and support from all of these organizations. And if you need those help or those support, I have a video that I dropped that you can access stuff for new immigrants. Please look up the video. I'll link it up here and get the support and help that you need. The next thing I'll say is that after all of this, really, you will not remember the wait period. You will not remember the period where you struggle. I have this big auntie that I talked to here, and she's been here for 13 years. And she told me how she struggled with so many things. Now she's like, except she's talking to me, she actually doesn't remember all of the times that these things happened. Yeah, so many things will happen that will make you great. It can be a very bumpy road. If you ask me all of the things that happened in the last 1 year, I remember them because they were just recently. But all of these things that happened, I think it's shaping me to where I am today, shaping my family to where we are today. So that wait period, that struggle period, you would actually not remember, especially if you are watching this video and IRCC has not answered you, or you are still waiting on your passport, you're waiting for your visa. You think that I will get to this Canada one day. Seriously, I can't remember those struggles with IRCC. I remember a bit of them, but I think God has a plan for making me wait that long. Honestly, I've come to realize it that God's plan is better than my own plan or myself and my husband's plan combined. God's plan is better. So you will not remember all of those struggle years. You will not remember the pain you felt and all of that. Just keep on the wait. Keep on the process of asking God to answer your prayers. And the last thing I would say, come to Canada, is worth it. If you're still contemplating, you're still feeling like, does it make sense to pack my life up? If you have the conviction to, and you're feeling, does it make sense to pack my life up and move to this country, I am giving you the go ahead. If God says yes, who am I to say no? Canada is sweet. Canada is enjoyable. Canada it's a place of dreams come true. And I wouldn't say stay back and don't come. I won't discourage you. In fact, I'll encourage you to say that if it's your dream to come here, like it was my dream to actually leave my country and come to Canada, go for it. Start the process. Don't delay. Don't let it tarry, and come to Canada. It's a place where you'll be happy. It's a place where you and your family will live and you'll be happy at the end of the day. So don't give up your journey. Don't give up anything you're facing. And if you're in Canada right now, you are still in those struggle phase. I stayed home to take care of my baby for 11 months without going out often because it was cold. So many things were happening. But in that 11 months, I learned a lot. I started a YouTube channel. In the 11 months of sitting at home, I discovered a little bit of myself more. So if you're in Canada right now, you're watching this video, you are still in the struggle phase, in the frustration phase, in the trying to accept that, oh, I'm now here. I'm just trying to encourage you that it's not going to be all bed of roses, challenges here and there, but God is with you. Continue to pray for the strength of God, the grace of God, the mercy of God, and at the same time, gift of men in whatever you do. Canada is sweet. Canada is enjoyable. The last 1 year has said a lot for me and for my family, and we look forward to celebrating 2 years, 3 years, getting our passports. My son has his passport, by the way. Somebody that I brought here inside my stomach has passports before us, but that's by the way. So getting our passports, living our lives, exploring the world, if that is your dream, that's something that myself and my husband pray for. And I know that you watching this video, God will answer your prayers. If you're here already or you're coming very soon, you would come to Canada, you would be happy. You would also celebrate your anniversary of coming to Canada, and you will relive all of these memories just as I have done. And you will sit back and say that, yes, indeed, God has been faithful. Honestly, God has really been faithful. I'm happy that today, 19th of May, we're in Canada celebrating 1 year. And I know that more celebrations to come, more happiness to come, and more growth to come. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for all your lovely comments. Please don't forget to wish me happy anniversary in the comment section. I'll be looking forward to your messages, your lovely comments, and your anniversary messages for myself and my family. And I'm thankful that you're here to watch this video. I'll see you some other time in my next video, which is more celebrations, my son's birthday, my husband's birthday, and the likes. I'll share my joys and celebrations in my videos, so please watch out for those videos, and I will see you some other time.